Hi there, my name is Chris Meza and I'm the president of the Paradise Valley Education Association. And I'm here with two colleagues who are employees with the district. As you go through your consideration of taking a look at the available insurance plans from the district, we thought it was important to provide some information to you on the tenets and also the thought processes behind those of you who might be considering moving to the health savings account. There are no employees who are vested inside the health savings account, nor are either of the associations. This is purely for information as you go through your own thought processes as fellow employees in the district in regard to the health savings account, which is a new plan in its second year being offered by our insurance in the district to employees. I'm here with Karen Katie, who is a 6th grade teacher at Desert Springs, a member of the PVEA Executive Board, and who is considering perhaps for herself and for her family moving towards the HSA. Also, we have Blanche Munnelly, who is with the Paradise Valley Support Employees Association and serves on their executive board as well as in the purchasing department here at the District Administration Center. I'm going to start with Karen. Karen, how do I determine as an employee which plan is best for me, especially if I use the dependent coverage inside the district?
Okay, well, the dependent coverage is the whole key, because as soon as you add dependent coverage, you're talking about cost of premiums. And so to me, a premium is an out-of-pocket cost. So when I look at HSA versus core versus buy-up, well, okay, right away buy-up's out, because when you have core, dependent coverage, it's not even feasible. So now it's, okay, is it core or is it HSA? So you have to look at your own family situation. Is everybody healthy? And your kids are young, you hardly ever go to the doctor, you have very little medical expenses, you definitely want to think about HSA, because the premium is half of the core. The core premium is 33 something. The premium for the HSA is only $1,800. And then the district gives you almost $800 in your HSA account. So really you're only talking about an $1,100 cost out of your pocket. So if your family doesn't go to the doctor very much, HSA is the way to go. If you go to the doctor a lot or use a lot of prescriptions, like my family does, then I'm thinking maybe HSA is the way to go because of those co-payments. I just feel like my co-payments keep adding up all year long. Where with the HSA, I would eventually reach a ceiling, and then everything would be paid 100%. So I'm trying to figure out where's my ceiling compared to what I'm paying out of pocket now, and what is the best way to go.
And I think that's the balance that people are looking at, is what is it that you will definitely be paying out of pocket, which would be the dependent and the buy-up plan, versus an HSA where you bank the money and then use it when you need to, knowing that there is a ceiling if it happens to be that bad year, which we know exists for everyone, though may not be definite in which year that's going to occur as some. I do know a change in the second year of the plan is that the district will be fronting the money. So instead of gathering that nearly $800 into that health savings account over a period of a year, they'll now be giving you that money up front in the case that your large expenses come at the beginning of the school year, since it's difficult to spread out those things over a given year. Blanche, you are on the HSA. What was it that made you first consider going to the HSA?
Well, the first thing was, I'm fairly healthy and I was only covering myself. My husband has coverage through his job. And I looked at that and I thought, they're going to give me $37 in every paycheck, tax-free, to offset any of my medical costs, which are pretty minimal. I mean, tax-free, it was like, that's like a raise, you know, $37 a paycheck, $800 a year almost. And I thought, well, I can go for that because I am fairly healthy and I felt there was very little risk for me.
And that money that goes into the account is something that can roll over from year to year. So in the case that you don't use that money, because of course with the health savings account, you are talking about a high deductible plan. So if you do go to the doctor once, you are going to be paying the full cost of that office visit. But that one time, means a subtraction of, let's say, $150 for a full cost office visit. If that's the one time that you go, the remainder is something that you can roll over into the next year, and perhaps that next year, you're going to go to the doctor 3 times because of something that's occurring inside of there. Are there any other pieces of the health savings account and the practice of it that you want to address, Karen, on how it's done and how it's administered through the school district?
Well, like you said, you get the money up front. But as you were saying that, I also said to myself, I'm also saving on my premium. So I could take the money that I'm saving on the premium and put that directly into, if you're on dependent coverage, put that directly into my health savings account, where previously it's been going to my flex spending account, which I must use by the end of the year or lose it. So this way I can put that money, either that or let my paycheck be larger and just enjoy that, depending on where you're at. I'm not like Blanche. I don't get to say I only go to the doctor once a year. I mean, you can tell I'm struggling to breathe. It's like I have all these prescriptions, and it's those co-payments. I mean, so many of my prescriptions now are $100 for a 3-month supply. So I'm already maximizing my savings. I do the mail order for my prescriptions. I do the flex spending for $2,500, but I'm out of money, and it's not July yet. And so everything else that's accumulating between now and July, I have no money left to reimburse myself for. So I'm thinking, okay, go to health savings. That's, half the cost of a premium. Take that money, slide it into the health savings account. Now I'm saving money there because it's pre-tax. And so it's kind of high finance, figuring out which is the way to go. But when you have all these prescriptions and doctor's visits, those copays just keep adding up, adding up, adding up. And you never reach a ceiling on those. Just keep adding more to them, one after another. So I know I spoke with another employee this week. Her husband had a heart attack. She's going, well, I was glad I had the core. He had a heart attack. I said, yeah, but add up all those copays you made. Those really add up. So it's the pre-tax money, and it's the difference in the premium. And if I don't use all my money in my health savings account, I can bring it over the next year. And from what I understand, Blanche, you have like a debit card?
Yes.
And you just swipe it?
It's an actual, it works just like your checking account. You get a debit card, you get checks. And, and it's just that easy to use. I mean, you follow it online, you can put money in, and as long as you have medical bills that amount to what you took out of it, you can, you don't pay taxes on that money. It's awesome.